Vince Papale is a 30-year-old substitute teacher and bartender who's hit rock bottom. Just when he needs support the most, his wife leaves him, leaving behind a crushing note saying he'll never amount to anything, never make a name for himself, and never earn any real money. At the bar where he works, Vince's friends are die-hard Philadelphia Eagles fans. When they hear that the new head coach, Dick Vermeil, is holding open tryouts, they push Vince to give it a shot. Initially, Vince thinks they're joking, but even after realizing they're serious, he can't bring himself to take it seriously. After all, he never even played college football. Vince's father, Frank Papale, also hears about the tryouts. He advises Vince to let it go, saying a man can only handle so much failure at once. But instead of discouraging him, his father's words, combined with his wife's note, give Vince the motivation he needs to go for it. To his own surprise, Vince makes it past the first round of cuts at training camp, impressing the coaches with his speed and determination. As training camp progresses and the preseason games begin, Vince finds himself in unfamiliar territory. He keeps surviving each cut, and soon, it seems like he might actually make the team. He becomes a symbol of hope for his family, friends, and Eagles fans. Despite his success, Vince confides in his father that he's worried about disappointing everyone when he inevitably gets cut. His father admits that, although he told Vince not to get his hopes up, he still had high hopes for him. When Coach Vermeil calls Vince in as the final cuts are being made, Vince is certain he's being let go. Vermeil, who had been torn about whether to keep Vince or another player who was slightly better, had even consulted his wife, Carol, about the decision. In the end, it's Vince's intensity and character that win Vermeil over, and he welcomes Vince to the Philadelphia Eagles as number 83. During this time, Vince also develops a romantic interest in Janet Cantrell, the cousin of the bar owner, Max Cantrell. Vince is just as anxious about messing things up with Janet as he is with the Eagles, so he initially holds back his feelings. Janet doesn't win over Vince's friends at the bar when she reveals she's a New York Giants fan. Before Vince's first game against the defending NFC champion Dallas Cowboys, both he and Coach Vermeil are so nervous they end up throwing up in the restroom. They share an unspoken understanding and empathy for each other's situations. However, their relationship is put to the test during the game when Vince hesitates on a crucial play, missing a tackle and frustrating the team and Vermeil. One Eagles player dislikes Vince so much that he stares him down before games to get himself mentally fired up. Meanwhile, one of Vince's friends, Johnny, has been antagonistic toward Vince throughout his journey. Max explains to Vince that Johnny is afraid of losing him if he becomes successful. When Vince stops by to watch his old friends playing a sandlot football game, Johnny invites him to join. Initially, Vince declines, citing his upcoming game, but he soon changes his mind and joins them in the rain-soaked, muddy game. Scoring a touchdown pass to Johnny, Vince realizes he feels happier playing with his friends than he ever has with the Eagles, and Johnny is certainly happier too. Vince adopts a "whatever happens, happens" attitude, both with the Eagles and with Janet. This relaxed mindset leads to increased success on the field and in his relationship. In a game against Janet's favorite team, the New York Giants, Vince makes key plays, tackling the kick returner deep in their territory. Although he faces challenges later in the game, particularly on punt coverage, Vince remains determined. As the game nears its end, Vince notices a clue that the Giants won't be rushing the punter on a critical play. He seizes the opportunity, slipping past his opponent and sprinting downfield to deliver a hard hit on the Giants' kick returner. Vince forces a fumble, recovers the ball, and scores the game-winning touchdown, cementing his place as a hero and a full-fledged member of the team. Vince's journey continues as he's elected team captain before eventually retiring. He marries Janet, and they have 2 children, living out a story of perseverance, hope, and unexpected triumph. Movie commentary. The story of Vince Papale is a compelling narrative of resilience, determination, and the unexpected paths life can take. As a 30-year-old substitute teacher and bartender, Vince finds himself in a difficult place, abandoned by his wife and left questioning his worth. Despite never playing college football, Vince is encouraged by his friends to try out for the Philadelphia Eagles after the team announces open tryouts. This unlikely opportunity becomes a pivotal moment in his life. Vince's journey is marked by self-doubt and the skepticism of those around him, including his own father, who advises him to avoid further disappointment. However, these doubts serve as a catalyst, pushing Vince to prove himself. His success in making it past the initial cuts is surprising, not only to himself but to everyone else. As he continues to impress the coaches with his speed and effort, Vince transitions from an underdog to a symbol of hope for his community. The relationship between Vince and Coach Dick Vermeil adds a layer of depth to the story. Both men are under immense pressure, and they find a shared understanding in their struggles. Vince's near dismissal from the team during the final cuts creates tension, but his character and determination ultimately secure his place on the roster. Vince's personal life also evolves alongside his football career. His budding romance with Janet Cantrell introduces a new dynamic, with Vince initially hesitant to pursue a relationship due to his uncertainties about his future. However, as he gains confidence in his role on the team, he becomes more open to the possibilities in his personal life as well. The turning point in the story comes during a crucial game against the New York Giants, where Vince's quick thinking and athleticism lead to a game-winning touchdown. This moment not only solidifies his place on the team but also symbolizes his journey from obscurity to heroism. Overall, the story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the idea that success often comes when least expected. Vince's transformation from a man at his lowest point to a respected leader and family man underscores the themes of hope, redemption, and the rewards of taking risks.